Hi everyone, I'm Javier Arguedas and I'm coming to you from IAESTE's 71st annual convention taking place in Berlin, and I have a very prominent guest, if you will, in the IAESTE community. That is Abdallah Sfeir. Thank you very much for joining us. You are a very experienced person when it comes to IAESTE and a lot of other, of course, aspects as well, but you are a former General Secretary and also National Secretary for Lebanon, so you really know the organization very well and have lived up to its spirits for a lot of time. Considering all the experience that you have, what is your favorite memory working with IAESTE?
Well, thank you, Javier. Thank you for your brief introduction, and thank you for inviting me to be here and celebrate with the IAESTE its 70th anniversary. It's a very important date in the history of the institution, and it's also an institution which is, an organization which is very, very dear to me to start with. My best memories, as a National Secretary for Lebanon in the 80s, where there was civil war raging in Lebanon, I get one day on my door a German student with his motorbike. He came from Germany to get his traineeship in Lebanon. We had, of course, exchanged. Due to communication, we did not know whether he was coming, how he was coming, and he entered Lebanon with his motorbike without any visa and without any control at the border. So here I am with a young man, a young adventurous person, and there was war in Lebanon. There were ceasefire lines. You could not go here. You're gonna go. How he ever made it is still a mystery. So I didn't have to spend the following few days going with him to the ministry, such a candid young person, and to get a retroactive visa as if he had come legally to the country, so that he could take up his job and then leave the country again very happy. Unfortunately, much of my documents in this period were destroyed in the fighting that took place, so I've lost track of his name and where he is. I would like to have eventually.
If anyone is listening that got with a motorbike into Lebanon, please contact us right now.
Contact me.
Well, that's certainly something you wouldn't expect, right?
Right, but you would expect with IAESTE, yes.
Yeah, but it's part of the beauty of it.
Exactly, absolutely. And this drive for young people that I found remarkable, yes, and I still admire, right?
Now, IAESTE always works close with institutions.
Right.
You are also part of the Lebanese American University in Lebanon.
Right.
In general terms, how important would you say is participating or encouraging programs like IAESTE relevant for the reputation of a university?
Well, I would not consider IAESTE separately, but internationalization of the education is a big plus for any institution. The World Bank has established 3 years ago a document which I think the title was "How do you make a world-class university? What are world-class universities?" And internationalization was really a big part of it. It's not only the pedagogy in the classroom, it's not only the research, it's also what experience do you give your students, because the workplace is like this. The workplace is international. You don't expect to work with people that speak your language, drink your drinks, eat your food. You expect to work with people that are very different. And if you're not used to work with these people, not only know their language, their culture, work with them and respect them and be able to interface with them. So IAESTE is a big part of this. In Lebanon, when I was initially involved with IAESTE, I was at the American University of Beirut. Now I'm at the Lebanese American University. I was a past provost. Now I'm a professor emeritus. I'm semi-retired, but I still encourage students to participate in such program. So IAESTE, as part of the internationalization of a university, brings a big plus for its reputation, at least for students and parents who are aware of the fact that you don't know where you're going to land working and how important it is for you to be part of this international workplace that the world is today.
It can certainly be decisive, and that has been so in the past, it is now, and it will continue to be.
Right.
And
I know it is your experience. It is also mine.
Yes, of course, it will continue. That doesn't change.
Right.
Now, speaking of the future and what won't change, what would you wish IAESTE for its 70th anniversary? A very big one, by the way.
Yes. Well, I wish, to start with, I wish they would celebrate the 80th and 90th and they'll be invited and I'll be there.
Right.
And maybe it's wishful thinking, but we'll see. I wish, of course, IAESTE to continue to flourish. Tomorrow we have, this afternoon, we're going to have a panel discussion. We're going to talk about all of this and where IAESTE should be going or ought to be going or how is it going. IAESTE was initially founded as essentially a European club at the end of World War II and long before all European programs were invented, and it made people mix together, which was a remarkable thing. After having 2 or 3 years after having fought together, people were working together, and that was a remarkable thing. So I wish IAESTE to go back to this basic mission, and not playing it in Europe, playing it worldwide, which it is by the time. By now, we have a lot of international membership, Latin America, Asia, Middle East, but the exchange has not grown enough in these regions. And we have to find the key how to grow it and how to reach these places. Now, when you want to reach out to India or to China or to Brazil, each one of these countries is as large as Europe. So the old paradigms which work well in Europe, which was quite centralized, may not work in this. You can touch part of China, but part of India, but not all of it. So we have to develop strategies for that, and which that IAESTE will grow its mission, will grow its exchange, so that we celebrate again many anniversaries.
And we will certainly do that with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Abdallah Sfeir for the interview.